1 times b squared is b squared. Got it? Over here, what times what? A times what equals 4a squared? Oh, actually, never mind about that. Well, you haven't got 4a squared yet, so... Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. I'm getting a little confused. 4a squared. So 4a squared. A times what equals 4a squared? You're saying 4a. 4a times a equals 4a squared. So 4a times c is 4ac. And don't forget about your negative. So, negative 4ac, your top numerator, into your bottom numerator, which is a positive b squared. Alright? Positive b squared is b squared minus 4ac all over the common denominator of 4a squared. So that's how you do that side. So this gets plugged into here, and then your math wizardry over here, you completed the square, equal to this. I don't even want to know how you do that. A times c, those a times c, and then if a plus c equals b, which is your b term, it's you're a math wizard. So anyway, I need to charge the battery. Man, you look at all that. I'm gonna charge the battery. All right. Okay, don't worry, here I come. Charging the battery. We got 2 minutes left on this sucker. And I gotta find and we're learning, and we got it. Okay, we're charging. Alright, now, x plus b over 2a, all to the second power is equal to b squared minus 4ac over 4a squared. Alright, this, to complete all this, let's zoom in. Let's zoom in this beast. Because we got some craziness going on down here. Craziness. This is craziness. Alright, now. X plus b over 2a. We're going to use the radical with this, alright? So, we had x plus b over 2a all to the second power. We put the radical in there, and it gets rid of all that. It gets rid of the square. So you're left with x plus b over 2a is equal to, and then you put the radical on one side, you got to put the radical on the other side. So radical, this was just b squared minus 4ac, but now it's radical b squared minus 4ac all over 4a squared. This is all the same except for the new radical here, and you no longer have this right here. So take that away. Alright. Once you get here, you're going to take the b over 2a and throw it on the other side. So it's x equals all this garbage minus b over 2a. Alright? You're that far, you're like, how do I solve this? You solve the expression and then you simplify. So, over here you set it up like you did before in the fractional form. So, b over 2a over, you have negative b over 2a over radical b squared minus 4ac over 4a squared. It's just, you're just subtracting. It's like subtracting fractions. And you do all the same stuff you did before. Common denominator is 4a squared. And you do all your crap and you end up with negative 2b plus radical b squared minus 4ac over 4a. Don't forget about your 2 over here, which is... No, don't worry about that too. So, you have all this garbage. This is when it gets tricky and it's garbage. I think it's maybe an extra 2 right here. But anyway, because your common denominator, oh yeah, okay, the 2 is a square. It's attached to the a. I confused myself. Anyway, and then you simplify this by 2 4 is 1, 2 fourths is a half. So 1 over 2, don't worry about the 1. So, you have negative b. What you end up with over here is, take that 2 away, you have negative b plus b squared minus 4ac over, and then down here you have 2a over 2a. So when you rewrite it, x equals b plus or minus radical b squared minus 4ac over 2a, and that is your quadratic formula. Let me zoom out here to get the overall picture, but it's a little tricky, and you have to be a mathematician to understand all of this. I mean, you have to be really good at math and love it and do it like all the time, and just be one with the mathematics. So just be one with the mathematics.